Hi everyone, I'm Nila Craft Danny, and I'm here on a Friday, the 26th of July. So July is going to end soon. So I'm here to show you my plans for August. I'm doing an Arbitory August. So yeah, I've got a lot planned and I've got a lot to show you because of the way I planned my August. So I decided to do one video just for planning at the same time, and because of the reason or how I'm doing my Arbitrary August. This is a WIP Parade as well as a kitted up projects slash stash parade kind of thing. I'll explain you in a few seconds. I just wanted to tell you I already did this video once and I forgot a lot of things I wanted to tell you, so I'm just doing it again. So if I'm rushing through, that's the reason. Yeah, I'm going to divide this video in like 3 parts and pushing pause in between. So for you it's one video, but if stuff changed in between, that's the reason. First, I'm going to do a WIP parade, then the kitted up projects, and then I'm going to just briefly show you projects that will be kitted up during August or projects I'm still thinking about kitting up before August starts. So I think that's it. Let's get started. I'm still part of the 90 days full coverage phonetics Facebook group challenge, where you stitch at least one stitch every day for 90 days into a full coverage project. My personal goal are 100 stitches. The project I choose is my Heaven and Earth Designs Mini Winter Rose artwork by Rachel Anderson. So far I completed. You have to post a picture every Monday, and so far I did it. This project will continue through August because the challenge is from the beginning of July till the end of September. So I'm going to stitch on this WIP every single day, at least 100 stitches. Here is where this one is at. So yeah, here we go. That's Mini Winter Rose. I just show you the WIPs very briefly. Don't tell you a lot of things about it. I'm going to tell you what this one is stitched on. Mini Winter Rose is on a 28 count Lugana 2/1 10 stitches. And that's what I'm going to tell you and nothing more. Problems and stuff, if I have some, I'm going to tell you just in my normal WIP update, which will be coming, which will be updated or should be updated on Monday. So that's Mini Winter Rose, the challenge through the whole month, every day. My personal goal, at least 100 stitches. And then we're going into the WIP parade. So let's get started with the WIP I can show you. It's the Joyful Waltzel by the Sunflower Diaries on her blog. Those are 3 patterns on her blog. I finished July, I finished August, and I realized I should probably first tell you how I'm going to do the Arbitrary August. So here we go. I'm going to have 2 bowls, like 2 bowls with pieces of paper in there. The first bowl, there all my WIPs are in. So the second bowl, all the kitted up projects. I'm going to do 1 WIP, then a new start, WIP and start. For the WIPs, I'm stitching 1 day on them. The starts 2 days each. So it will be 1 day a WIP, 2 days, 1 project I'm going to start, then a WIP again for 1 day, and 2 days the next start. So in the end, I will have worked on 11 WIPs. I only have 9 or 10, but the Mini Winter Rose isn't in there because I'm stitching on it every day anyway. So 2 of them are getting pulled twice, or more of them, and one isn't going to being pulled, because the WIP ball, I pull it, throw it back in. And for the kitted up projects, I pull the project, I start the project, stitch 2 days on it, and then the piece of paper is going away because it's not going into my WIP ball. Those are stitched to 2 days, and then maybe again in September, something like that. Not figured that out. But that's the plan. Yeah, I hope I explained it understandable. And you know what I mean. If not, just comment and I try to explain it again and maybe better. But you know, English is not my first language. You probably hear with the accent. So yeah, if you have any questions, just ask. Now we're going into the WIP Parade. So, Joyful World Cell, the Sunflower Diaries, on her blog, 3 patterns. I stitched July, I stitched August. When I'm going to pull the Joyful World Cell out of my WIP pile, I'm going to start September. I don't see it as a new start, because I see the whole series, all 12 months, as one WIP. So I'm going to show you what September should look like when it's finished. That's that one, those cute little owls. Some apples and flowers. And yeah, when this one gets pulled, I'm going to start September. This one will be stitched, or the first 2 are already stitched on a 32 count Belfast linen, 2/2 with the called for Gentle Art sampler threads, and the Belfast linen is in the color Silvery Moon. Yeah, that's that one. Next one is the other stitch along I'm in. I have to search for a picture because month 3 is out, and I have not completed month 3. There will be 5 months. So this one is month number 3. I plan on finishing month number 3 in July. So I'll show you where I'm at. It's stitched on 28 count 1/1 for crosses. That's not working. There we go. That's where I'm at. So I'm about halfway through month number 3, I would say. Yeah, that's that one. If that one gets pulled, I think on the 15th of August, part number 4 will come out. So if this one gets pulled before that point, I just throw it right back in. Afterwards, I just stitch on it. As soon as the next month will come out and be there to stitch, this one will be my travel stitching. I will take it with me if I know I have a long lunch break or doctor's appointment, I don't know. As soon as I know I will be out of the house for quite some time and I might have the opportunity to stitch on it, this one will go in with me. If I then finish before the end of August and it then gets pulled again, I just throw the piece of paper out. So now we're going into my real WIPs, where I know they are there. Let's start with the dragon. The dragon is stitched on 14 count white Ada 2/1 4 crosses. That is what it's supposed to look like. I don't have a cover picture, I just have the chart. So I'm stitching 2 of them on the same piece of fabric to FFO it as a tablecloth. Dragon number 1 is done. Dragon number 2 is looking like that. And this one will be my travel stitching for the beginning of August, because my Hello Pumpkin cell will probably be done during July and the next part won't be out. So that's my travel stitching for that time. Yeah, then we go to my oldest WIP, which is 4 months old. Woo! It's my lavender garden. It's not that really called like that, But I just call it like that because it does not have a real name. It's by Riku Designs, up there in the corner. That's the designer. It's a kit, and it's a tablecloth you stitch around the middle, 4 sides. I am, oops, nearly lost my needle. I finished 1.5 sides of this tablecloth, and I'm presently on this last time I stitched on this, I started side number 3 with the border, and when I get back to that one, I'm going to stitch on those lavender things hanging down. Yeah. Next one, Tiger Chilling Out. It's another kit. It's a Dimensions kit designed by Matthew Hiller. It's this one. That one's stitched on 18 count black Ada, which is complicated or more complicated if I don't have daylight, but yeah, just deal with it. So this is where I'm with that. So yeah, when this one gets pulled, I just go into the next column. Here we go. Yeah, that's that one. Nothing on here again. Next one, another kit. It's a Vivako kit. Just have to. I'm speaking faster than I'm ordering stuff or sorting stuff out, so I might have to slow down. Next one is a Vivako kit. It's called Lilac Clary. That's presently my favorite WIP, and I hope to get some stitching done on this one today, because that's actually in my rotation today, and I have not yet stitched on it. So this is where I'm at with her. I started in the middle. It's 14 count Lilac Ada. I started in the middle, worked my way to the top, and as soon as I get started on her, I'm trying to complete those blue flowers over there to get some backstitch in for the frame, and then continue my way down. That's her. She's so beautiful. I actually thought about getting another Vivako kit because there's a butterfly fairy as well. So yeah, thought about that. So those are my smaller WIPs. Now into the full coverage ones. Let's get started with the Norwegian Ship and the Sail by Golden Kite. Presently I'm still stitching on this one for another challenge in the Full Coverage Fanatics group. There are 2 days left, and I think 250 stitches, or about 250 stitches, will go into this one until the challenge is done. So yeah, if this one gets pulled, that's where I'm at. I'm going to, so 250 stitches into this column, and if this one gets pulled, I'm trying to complete the column, because then I'm going to have my first page finish on this one. So yeah, that's the goal. Yeah, it's kind of boring because it's all green and gray and stuff, but hey, on page 4 there will be a ship, because I'm doing diagonal pages on this one. So for me, page 4 will be the start of the ship, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I think where the ship might start. So next for courage, I have to sort everything while I go, because otherwise I will be going crazy and not finding anything. So you just have to wait shortly till I finish packing stuff away. Next WIP is another Golden Kite. It's called Colorado Mountains. This one is, I did not tell you, for the Norwegian Ship and the Sail. Norwegian Ship and the Sail is stitched on 18 count Ada, 2/1 full crosses. Colorado Mountains is stitched on 25 count 2/1 half stitches. That's the WIP I started, 2/1 for crosses, and after one 10x10 block I decided to restart it with 10 stitches. I have to do 2/1 because of blended colors, and here's that one. So that's the first column completed. Here the mountain is already started, so I'm just going to go into the next column whenever I get back to that. I have to get back to this one because there's only one column done, and after I restarted it, it was really fun stitching on this one, but yeah, I just did not have the time to stitch on it again. It wasn't in my rotation. Yeah, 25 count 2/1 half stitches. I think I said that. And then we're already to my last WIP, which is, sorry for the crinkling, which is another golden kite project. It's the chimney sweep, this one here. This one I'm stitching on 25 count 2/1 half stitches as well, but with this one I tried, or I'm still doing, extreme cross country. So I started with the first color in the top left corner, and it's actually the same color. Oh, like this, you can see it more of the sun. It's actually the same color in the top right corner. So yeah, those are the dimensions width-wise. And here we go. There's like empty space in here. It's like this building. So yeah, chimney sweep. I really hope to get back to this one because presently you can't see anything on this. So it's kind of boring, and I want to get some progress in there to just show you something. Yeah, and that's all my WIPs. So now I'm going to pause this video, pack everything away, get all this other stuff in here, and then we go to Kitted-Up projects. So see you in a minute. Okay, so I think I'm having everything around me. I'm having a piece of paper in my lap, so there's everything on what I'm going to stitch on there, and which fabric I'm going to use, if I'm stitching over 2/1 and stuff like that. So if I'm looking down, that's the reason I'm reading. So let's get started. I start with the kids because it's probably the easiest. First one is a Mill Hill kit, Winter Holiday. It's the Holiday Flamingo. This is 14 count perforated paper in a kit with all the floss, all the beads. Yeah, Holiday Flamingo. Second one is, I already have to look. It's by Shepherd's Bush Printworks. It's a Christmas treat bag. So there's everything in there. There's the fabric, some ribbons, the floss, some beads. The ribbons are to like close the bag. So that's that one. Maybe for someone for Christmas. So I thought I'd get it started. Next one, Treasured Holiday Sampler Kit, also by Mill Hill. Everything in there as well, so like the chart, the floss, the beads, the fabric, and a snowman treasure. Can you see it? Yeah, there, up in the corner. There's a snowman treasure. Really cute one. Then we have, I pulled it out so you can see it without a glare. It's a Basilla kit, counted cross-stitch, the tiny stockings ornaments. It's 14 count Ada in there. There are 30 pieces, and all those cute stockings. That's a perfect Christmas gift. So for a lot of people. So yeah, that's another start as well. There's everything in here as well. So floss cards, floss, not sorted yet, the Ada, and the finishing fabric. That's that one. I just realized when I did this video last, I wanted to do this one back into the bag as well, the paper, and I had problems there as well. Yay! Not learned a thing. So, next one. Last kit. It's not really a kit. It's the Victoria Sampler Child of Spring. This one. With a lot of specialty stitches, some Hardinger, beads, charms, everything in here. I got this one from Michelle Bendy on Instagram. She has her Bendy Stitchy D stash. So I got this one from her. She already kitted it up, so for me it's a kit. And there's everything in there I need. So yeah, Child of Spring. When I got it, I looked into it like very briefly, just looking in it, what's in the chart. Yeah, if that's going to be pulled, I really have to sit down, have some time, and really get into the chart to be able to start it, because it's sounding quite complicated. So yeah, we're going to see. Yeah, those are the kits. Now I have like stuff everywhere around me. I'm trying to like go with a theme, so like small projects or Mirabilias and stuff. Not sure if I can. I just see where it's going. So, small projects. This is my Big Toe Designs. It's called Retirement Planning. Yeah. On there is, this is not hoarding, it's called Retirement Planning. I have all the Gentle Art sampler threads, I think. I'm actually not quite sure. This one is planned to stitch on a 25 count Lugana in cream. On the same fabric. I don't pull it out, it's just 25 count Lugana in cream. So you know what it looks like. Most of my fabrics are quite like plain, natural, so I won't pull them out of the plastic. I just like show you like that, and yeah, hope that's okay. On the same fabric goes Shapes of Autism. For this one, there are DMCs called for, but I think I'm trying to switch them out with maybe the variegated DMCs or stuff like that. Not sure yet. If it's getting pulled, I just improvise. See where it's going. That's Shapes of Autism by Barefoot Needle Art. Okay. I have to sort it. I'm sorry. If I'm having a short break, just do the 10 seconds forwards thing, something like that, and just roll with it. Yeah, then we go. There are some small projects in here. This one is another my Big Toe Designs. It's called Stitch or Not to Stitch. To stitch or not to stitch, is there a question? I'm going to stitch this one on a Belfast linen 32 count. I'm pulling this one out of the fabric or out of the plastic. It's white opalescent. I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can see the sparkle. I have a lot of projects planned for this fabric. I have like 4 big pieces, and it's nearly everything planned on there. So I hope I like stitching on it. There's a lot planned for this fabric. So I showed you now, if I say white opalescent, that's the fabric I mean. Yeah, I just love the sparkle. It's really cool. Yeah, go in there. That's To Stitch or Not to Stitch. This one. The week's dye works are called for, and I have them. I never stitch with Weeks Dye Works. I heard quite a lot of you say that they don't like it. I'm going to try it. It's not that big of a design that I don't feel like I could try it. So yeah, to stitch or not to stitch. On the white opalescent, on another piece, but on the white opalescent, there's my Big Toe Designs Eat the Chocolate as well. It's called 4 or 5 Voices in My Head Say Eat the Chocolate. Those are 4 buttons. I don't have the buttons yet, but I can start stitching. I tried to get the buttons somewhere else than 1 to 3 stitch, but I couldn't. So whenever I'm ready to order again from 1 to 3 stitch, it takes a month to get here to Germany. So I try only ordering there if there's no other source I can get stuff from. So when I have something on my list and it's a bit more than just 4 buttons, I'm going to order at 1 to 3 stitch and get my stuff. But I can start stitching, so yeah. Then we have another barefoot needle art. It's Capo Ability. Same with the other one. There is DMC called for, and I'm just seeing what I'm going to use. The donuts on here on the cover piece, that's the fabric. That's not stitched. It's like the cup with the swirls and the puzzle around there. Yeah, that's that one. Small pieces. Another one for the white opalescent, 32 count Belfast linen. It's the movement and not a cell. It's the You I Like, or It's You I Like. The printer goofed, or I goofed with the printer. So I can see everything and I can stitch with that, so working. Everything's fine. I have some small pieces of the white opalescent as leftovers. So all those leftovers, I think I'm going to try my DMC variegated colors and then gift them. Not sure how I'm going to FFO them and stuff, but I'm going to stitch those. I have 2 days. This one's counting as a start. So I have 2 days. I think I'm getting more done than just one of them, but we're going to see. That's that. Yeah. Then we go into the sampler-like things. First one by Northern Expression Needleworks is the Twisted Band sampler with all those specialty stitches in there. So yeah, this one is as well on the Belfast, the white opalescent 32 count Belfast linen. Yeah, that's that. Move it there. The next sampler kind is called Wedding Birds by Nikki Pattern on Etsy. My boyfriend's sister is getting married next year, and I'm planning to do this one for her and her fiancé, then husband. So I'm going to stitch this one on a 22 count. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to test stitch if I'm doing like 1/1 or 2/1 or like 2/110 stitch. Probably not, but if I'm doing 1/1 or 2/1 on this green fabric, wow, that's not the color at all. Is that better? A bit, but not perfect. Definitely not perfect. Yeah, green color. For the tree, I'm going to use B5200. For the birds and the heart, I'm going to use 817. And the names and date, I'm going to stitch in a 414. So 3 different colors instead of 2 charted for. But I think it will look quite nice to have the tree in the white and some red, and have the names in a color that pops a bit more. So I'm going to use 414 for that one, or even 413, I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying that out. But yeah, I hope that one will pop a bit more and you can read it. So let's get into Mirabilias. We have Royal Games number 1, 32 count Belfast linen white opalescent. I told you I have a lot of that planned on that fabric. So Royal Games number 1, Royal Games number 2 on the same fabric, 32 count Belfast linen white opalescent. So they look like a companion piece. Then we have the Raven Queen. I'm going to stitch her on a 32 count pearl gray Belfast linen as well. So yeah, gray linen. There are some grays in her, but mostly in the background, and her dress is mostly black outlined, so I don't think that's a problem. If the background doesn't pop as much, I don't have a problem with that. So yeah, that's the Raven Queen on a gray fabric I first, when I got her and got all the threads and stuff, I thought about stitching her on an ice blue fabric, because at that time I couldn't order the gray one, was sold out. Sorry, it's just not going in there. And I tried speaking and putting that in, so you're not sitting in front of your screen and like, what's she doing? I'm trying to get the fabric back into his bag. There we go. I thought about doing her on an ice blue fabric, but I got concerned with her dress, and especially there are beads down here, and they did not pop at all of the fabric, so I decided to go with a gray one, which is actually called for. So then we have another Mirabilia. It's Ella the Frog Princess. I have, a 28 count cashel linen planned for that one. This color, I'm not sure what it's called, so this color. Yeah, I think that's going to work. The only thing which might not work is her hair, because it's quite dark, but I think that's going to work and look good, hopefully. And the 28 count, I hope that it will work with the beads, because there are quite some beads in her. That's the only thing I'm still having in mind, let's say, if that's the right fabric or not, because called for is a 32 count, but I think even with 28 count, the beads will look nice on her. And again, I'm not getting the fabric. No, there we go. I just have to complain about it, and then it works. So yeah, I know what I have to do. Last one is not a Mirabilia, but it's an Aura Corbat. That's Gwen by of the Bewitching Pixies series. I plan on getting all of them. That's Gwen, my first one. I'm not doing her on this milk chocolate fabric. I don't really like it, to be honest. I have found a Murano linen by Zweigart, and it's a 32 count. On the back, it's just looking plain gray. It's looking plain gray on the back, but on the front, it's beautiful. It's like this hand-dyed kind of feel somehow, and yeah, I think that's going to look beautiful, especially because they're all kind of dark with popping dresses. So I think this fabric will fit quite good. Yeah, that's Nora Corbett Bewitching Pixies, my first one. And I don't think I will get this fabric back in here without taking everything out. We'll try. Not long, because I don't want you to wait such a long time. Yeah, I'm doing that like that. So those are all Mirabilias and Norcobits. And now there are only my Heaven and Earth designs left. But I have a lot of them. So yeah, let's get started. First one will be on a 28 count Lugana in white. Quite boring. It's artwork by Melanie Dallon, Mini Mulan. Yeah, beautiful. I love this one. Fabric, not that interesting. Next one is artwork by Amy Brown. It's called Memory of Wings, and I really love this one. I'm going to try out 40 count Newcastle linen, so 1/110 stitches. Yeah, it's already searched because I got it from 1 to 3 stitch. It seems to be impossible to get 40 count somewhere in Germany or even Great Britain or something like that, so I have to order it at 1 to 3 stitch. There's another piece on the way, but I talk about that later. Next one, artwork by Alexandra Daw, Mini Cinderella. I saw this one on Teresa Craig's channel and fell in love. Had to get it. So here we go. And this will be on a 28 count. Yeah, 28 count Lugana in ice blue. And I think that will look quite cool stitching her on a blue fabric. There are 11 colors in her to be like this black and white kind of thing, and I did not want to stitch all those white on white. So I think ice blue might look good. Here we go. Next one is artwork by Hannah Lynn. I'm thinking about stitching her all the black first and then color complete. This one will be on a 25 count Lugana in white. Yeah, white. So, yeah. Kind of boring again. The fabric, not the chart. There we go. This one is, yeah. On the next fabric, which is again 28 count Lugana. So I'm stitching my full coverage pieces on this one. 2/110 stitches, and I really like it. My Mini Winter Rose is on the same fabric, and I love stitching on the fabric full coverage, so that's kind of the thing I'm going to. On this piece of fabric there will be Story Keep Pocahontas, artwork by Melanie Dallon. I just love this piece. It's one of the lesser bright charts I have. Most of them are kind of dark, so yeah, it's kind of cool. And on the same piece of fabric there will be artwork by Anne Stokes' Mini Magic Mirror. Here we go. That's that one. Then there we go. We have artwork by Melanie Dallon again. Story Keep the Frog Prince. For a Story Keep, it's really big. The stitch count is 200 on 635. So it's really big for a Story Keep. I'm going to stitch this one on a 32 count Belfast linen in ice blue. Next one is Four Seasons by Jason Gierka, probably. I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I butchered it completely, but that's the Four Seasons, and it's so beautiful. This one will be stitched on a 25 count in cream. Something on there. 25 count in cream. Four Seasons. I don't have any space left here. It's like crazy. On the next fabric, there will be 2 charts again. It's a 32 count Zweigart linen in white. So again, quite some boring fabric. On this piece of fabric, there will be artwork by Daniel Eskridge, Battle, gorgeous, and one my boyfriend actually likes as well, artwork by Anne Stokes, The Dragon Dancer. So this one will be maybe up in our home someday, whenever I'm finished in about 20 years. So yeah, Dragon Dancer. And that's it. Those are all the projects I have kitted up. With kitted up, especially for the like Heaven and Earth designs, I mean that I have a full set of DMCs, and I just start stitching my full coverage designs. Whenever I realize I'm getting short of color, I put them on a list. And when I have a few colors on there, I just order some DMCs. I'm in the thread club at Lakeside Needle Arts. So for 18 months, I'm getting every month 27 or 28 skeins of DMC. So after 18 months, I'm having a full set of DMC. So that's kind of a way to stock my stash, let's say. So yeah, that's my way of kitting up projects. If there are some special threads or beads required or krennic required, then I'm going to buy that and store them like in a store for everything. So I have a box with all the krennic. I have 3 boxes with all the beads. So yeah, I just store them everything together, not for every project. That's also the reason why I might change some fabrics for some designs. So yeah, but that's what I just showed you is the way I planned it. So yeah, when they get pulled during Arbitrary August, they will be stitched on those. But if I delay them some more, there might be some different fabric coming in. You never know. And then they're going to stitch on those. So I'm now going to pause this video again, and then I have like 5 minutes left of all the projects where the order with kitting up the project will come in, or which I might still order before August. So I'm cleaning up, and then we're going there. Okay, I'm back. So just very shortly, I tell you what's missing to be not kitted up. And yeah, that's it. Lavender and Lace, Celtic Autumn. I have not ordered the fabric. The beads and threads will be coming in probably in the middle of August. I ordered at 123 stitch, but as I said, it takes a month to get here. So yeah, probably in the midst of August. But then still the fabric is missing. So that's her. Then we have Heaven and Earth Designs, Story Keep Cinderella, artwork by Malin Dallon, no fabric. I love this one. Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Amy Stewart. It's the supersized cliffhanger max colors. Same with the Celtic Autumn. The fabric is on its way. Will be here probably during the mid of August. If it arrives, the piece of paper for her or with the cliffhanger name on it will go into my start bowl. So I can get started on it as soon as the fabric arrives. And I pull the piece of paper. Then, today is a sale on Heaven and Earth Designs. I don't know how long it lasts, but I saw it today and got on there and got myself 2 charts. So I do not have any fabric planned for that or for those. First one is artwork by Anya Kai. It's the Little Red Riding Hood. It's so beautiful. A lot of dark colors, but yeah, it's beautiful. That's that one. And the next one is, I have the feeling, all over Facebook. Another Heaven and Earth Designs. It's by Amy Stewart, or artwork by Amy Stewart, and it's the Amazing Animal Kingdom, and I got myself the max color version. So yeah, a lot of colors, but beautiful. And I already checked the chart, so as soon as I finish page 1, I already have finished this gorilla up there. So yeah, cool. Next one is, I'm so excited, I want to start this one, but I have no fabric. I put it out of the plastic so you can see it without a glare. It's by Glen & Place, and it's Sleepy Hollow. Oh, it's so cute, so great. I have all the anchor that's needed for this one. Anchor is easier to get in Germany than DMC is, so I have all of those. That's not been a problem. And the fabric, the called for fabric, which I really love, and all those special cranics, and one Karen water lily is in there, and all the beads. Those will be coming in the mid of August, and one piece of paper with Sleepy Hollow on it will go into my bowl as soon as it arrives. I love this chart, and I can't wait to start it. I really can't wait. So yeah, those are those. And there's one thing I wanted to tell you, so I have to get my notebook, and then I tell you. So I'm right back. I realized my handbag with my notebook in it was standing right beside me, and for 5 minutes I ran around the room and searched for my handbag. Yeah, right there. So, as I said, I'm going to start 10 things during August, but I have a lot of kitted up projects. I think there are more than 20 in the bowl. So there are some projects I really want to start, and I took 5 out of them to set as a priority start, kind of. If I don't get to start them during August, I will start them in September, latest October. I have no rotation figured out for September, neither October, but I have 5 priority starts. I want to get started rather sooner than later, actually. So those are in here. I wrote them down. If the piece of paper is not getting pulled, I am going to start them the month after. Anyway, I know I have a lot of WIPs then, but then I just have 5 more, or how much ever they're going to be. I hope I get to at least to start a few of them during August. So, priority starts. I packed a lot of stuff away, but I just tell you the things lying still around. I just show you, and yeah. So, priority start number 1 is The Wedding Birds by Nikki Patton. Just because my boyfriend's sister is getting married next year, so I have to start it anyway. So the sooner I started it, the relaxed it is to get progress in it. Next one is the Twisted Band Sampler. This one I actually have here as well, because it's so beautiful. And I want to learn something new, so I want to get into those bands with some specialty stitches. Even if I can't pronounce this word or this combination of words, I can't do it. I butcher it every time. You just have to deal with it. As soon as I've started it, you're going to see it in my WIP Parade, and yeah, I'm going to butcher it every time. I just can't pronounce it. So yeah, Twisted Band Sampler is on my priority starts as well. Then there's the supersized cliffhanger. So as soon as the fabric gets in, I hope this one gets pulled. I love this one. And it's my only supersized, have enough design, so it's kind of cool. Next one is the Raven Queen. You all know the Raven Queen, I think, by Mirabilia. I do not have my Mirabilia charts laying next to me anymore, so Raven Queen is one of them. And the last one is one of the Royal Games. I don't care which one. at least or as long as at least one of them is started. So if one of them gets pulled during August, I'm fine. If both get pulled, I'm fine as well. I stitch both of them at the same time. Not a problem. But I want to start at least one of them. So yeah, those are the 5 priority starts. If most of them get pulled during August, I might add a few more. So I probably have 5 or 6 or 7 starts anyway in September, but hey, just roll with it. Yeah, and that's actually my Arbitory August plans. I'm more than 50 minutes in, and I just told you about my plans for 1 month. So, woo! Yeah, I can show you. I have the piece here. So, I just wrote a piece of paper with all the dates of August on there, and on each date there's mini winter rows, and then I just wrote if there's a WIP or a start, and then I'm just going to write the project for the day behind. So for every WIP update, I can show you what I worked on and know what I worked on. So yeah, I think it's long enough. I should just stop it. So thanks everyone for watching. If you hang through, congratulations. You listened to me rambling about all the stuff I have for nearly an hour. So yay! Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you want to join in kind of a similar way, do a similar Arbitrary August. I would be happy about it. Just comment and we can stitch together. So that would be cool. Yeah, I hope you liked it. Leave me a comment, like, or even subscribe would be great. I would be happy about it. And yeah, you know everything about my Arbitrary August. I hope you understood what I meant and I could explain it understandable to you. If not, just ask me. Yeah, so goodbye, happy stitching, and I'm back on Monday for a WIP update. Bye!